So, Driift Mania was a niche little game on the Wii Shop channel, a little WiiWare game. Basically, it's pretty much just like driving little Matchbox cars on your playmat, but with a little bit of chaos thrown in. You've got 4 classes of cars, which all handle and in various different ways, and they're all faster or slower than each other. And the Meteorite mode is when meteorites fall from the sky and threaten to end your race early, which is the aim of a speedrun, to try and push as much of the other AI into the meteorites to try and end the race as quickly as possible. In NG Plus, which car do you want? Pick one, doesn't matter. Police car. The aim of NG Plus is to finish all 15 races as quickly as possible. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. Brilliant start. Yeah. I'm not very familiar with Micro Machines. I think I've heard of them, but yeah, it's pretty much, I'm not going to say average top-down racer, because I don't have anything to compare it to, but it's well, this is first and foremost a multiplayer game, a party game, right? So you've got all these AI standing in, but you can actually have 8 people playing at once on the same screen. That's how it was pitched. So you'd have, like, you only need 4 buttons to play. Turn left, turn right, accelerate, brake. So you could have, 4 people on the Wiimote, 4 people on the nunchuck. It's just about that chaos element. I can use one of the intermissions to check if, could be. Do I try and check if I've got a... Do I check if I've got a Discord audio source or something? Yeah. I might not. Okay. Can be fixed.
Yeah, I think you say application audio capture, and then just have it as Discord, and that should come through.
How about now?
Well, I think I'm coming through now. I think I'm coming through.
Yep.
I think I'm definitely coming through.
Yeah. Sorry, I just.
It's okay. Don't worry about
it. Must have left it muted when I was doing a test stream.
No, it's okay. No problem.
So. Without the meteorites, maybe it's, 90 seconds or more a race. But with the meteorites, you can shove every race down to maybe, I've found, 60 seconds or less, if you're clever about it. It's just finding the right moment. And of course there's an RNG element too. But it's about finding the right moment to try and push the AI where you want them, or push yourself where you want to end a race early. as of right now, RNG not in my favour. That little F1 car at the top. Oh no, the yellow one. It's the yellow one that's not survived yet.
It's somehow surviving. I don't know how.
It's not completely top down, so you'll see a couple meteorites come down, and you think, how did that not get him? It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it isn't, like I said before. I like what I was saying before, though. It's very much a case of like, very much like Micro Machines, but it's yeah, it does remind me of, well, funnily enough, there's not too many games that are like this. One of the games that it definitely does remind me of actually was in the Simpsons Hit and Run. There's a bonus game section, and there's not too much to it in the game, but I do remember it being quite short from memory, which is very interesting. So we'll see how.
I don't watch much Hit and Run, honestly. I've never seen
That's
that.
okay. But it does very much remind me of that, because I always think, well, the thing is that it's a bit similar to this. So you know how it's not top down, but it's not exactly completely 3D. It's similar, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a halfway point between 2D and 3D.
What do they call that? 2.5D?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I think it is more like 2.5D, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I think
can
it's
see that.
Is it isometric gaming? I don't know.
But it's
There's been a fair few games.
You watch the car bobble over the crests and slog through the mud and such. Like there's real.
Yeah.
For such a humble little arcade racer, there's surprising elements.
So I do have a question, which is the fact that the more laps you do, is it the faster the meteors
I think
come
so.
down? Because it
In fact,
seems
that's
like
what I
it.
suspect. Sometimes it doesn't matter though.
Knowing my luck, I'd end up just racing around, not thinking about the other cars.
That's what I've been doing, trying to put my words together. I mean, it does help to get more laps in. What makes a valid run is winning the overall championship at the end. So you might be seeing in the intermission after this, you know, everyone that completed X amount of laps gets X amount of points. And what makes a valid lap is having the most at the end of the 15.
Yeah.
I did most of my practice with the heavier cars, where I could block as many of the other cars as possible. So I wasn't thinking as much about how fast the meteorites had come down. To come back to that real quick. But I should be able to do something with this.
So I am curious about one thing, which is how did you get into running this, or where did you actually pick this up?
So I had it a long time ago on hardware. So maybe, gosh, if game came out about, I don't know, 08, 09 roughly. Probably had it on hardware for about as long. So then, you know, got a PC, kind of forgot about it. We's over there collecting dust. Then I went and did a, you know, look around, being like, oh, what other games did I used to play? And just around the time I was thinking that, somebody else had set up the speedrun board for this. It's like, wow, amazing. Let me try this again.
I was gonna say it's very much what do you call it? It is very much like, I mean, with WiiWare games being like they are, you don't know what you're gonna be in for most of the time.
Don't. There's all kinds of strange things on the Wii Shop channel. not that I touched much of the other racing games after this one. Wow, this is unlocking very old memories for me.
Back in the good old days of the Wii Shop channel.
There was this one game about a chicken boy.
Sounds familiar.
But there's a couple of those, so I can't... There's this one specific one. No, it's lost me. I don't want to be waffling the whole time.
I mean, I do remember... I didn't really buy much off the Wii channel, to be honest. But I do remember looking at all the games in the Wii Shop channel back in the day and being like, yeah, you know what, I'd love to own this game. But weirdly enough, Driift Mania never showed up. I don't know why. Up until now, I'd never seen it.
I don't remember exactly how I ended up getting it. I just remember thinking it was cool, and I got it. I don't remember. It must have been, what, less than 10? So I don't quite know what justification I was trying to pull to get this.
I mean, it'd be just a case of, it's a racing game, can I have it? I think that's justification enough, is it not? Would be for me back in the day, at least.
There we go, got one. Is the strat to hope for everyone to die from meteors fast? Bit of that, bit of making sure they die from meteors fast.
It does make me laugh at times, and kind of it's impressive is the fact that the Wii had games like this.
And would you believe it? Konami published this.
The Konami.
The Konami. When you open the game, there'll be a big old Konami splash screen. I think realistically it was developed by a bunch of, I don't know, mobile game developers, or at least that might be what they're doing now. But Konami actually said, yeah, this looks alright, and published this.
The thing is as well, Konami helped publish like a few high profile games as well in the early 2000s. I remember them, like, they published Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex. They helped produce that from memory, which was really interesting. Their name was on it, and it was to do with like Universal Interactive and all the rest of it, and Traveller's Tales, but Konami was off and on for some reason. Their name was on the friggin' front. Just like, huh, okay then. Why? I don't know. I have no friggin' clue as to why their name was on games like Crash Bandicoot, for example. Friggin' bonkers. I was about to say, who's left?
That cheeky little yellow
It would be
Hummer-looking thing. Like it.
The fact that it's reliant on friggin' RNG like this, it's like, come on!
Oh, it's very RNG reliant.
Good grief.
I mean, look,
it's really not killing him.
It's generally a consistent enough game where the worst runs will end up in the 25-minute range, right? But for those really competitive runs, you know, I think the record right now is sub 21 minutes or something, and I can only get like 21 and a half. To really squeeze out that last bit of potential time save, it really is RNG dependent. I'm just doing everything that's within my power to lessen that.
It's the fact that, like, that's the thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's RNG dependent, but like, how bad is it? Like, very. It's very RNG heavy. To be fair, I think with me being like I am, when it comes down to getting getting the games and everything, doing everything, and playing games, I think there's, when it comes to RNG especially, there's so many different like options and stuff, and I don't know. It just begs the question: how many games like this are still around? I think there's a lot of games that just disappeared off the radar. Like I said, when you submitted this, I was like, what the hell is this? Like,
That's-
I've never seen this game before.
I get that reaction a lot whenever I introduce it.
I can kind of. I don't get me wrong. I can see the purpose of it. Like as you said, a party sort of game, given the fact you can have up to 8 people.
Is that everyone?
And more than anything else. I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
looks like it.
I got to keep an eye out so that I don't waste more time than I need. If everyone else has died before I can get to them.
Game full of destruction. It's the fact that the fireballs are just random as anything. It's like, who will be left? Who will be the last car standing? So how do you go about it then? Do you go about it via like deliberately stopping in front of them, or
As much as I can.
putting them in the wall?
Just, of course, the game picks the other cars randomly. So sometimes there's not much I can do if they're just that much faster, or that much slower, or that much heavier.
Be interesting to see what happens next.
Now I could have just
last
picked the
Ooh.
I could have just picked the speedrun category where I just did a races normally, with no meteorites. But where's the fun in that? It's
Exactly. It's about as basic as it gets. Also, this guy is really trying.
it feels like that a
He's
lot.
really trying.
When the runs don't go your way, there's just this one tiny little guy that's just doing his best to make your run as long as possible.
I don't know exactly, but this one guy in particular here, he's really just like, yeah, I'm not dying. It's like, how? There must be like 7 or 8 fireballs landed on him.
I was in lap
Killed
6
him.
too. Oh dear.
God.
That was painful.
Surely. There we go. I was going to say, surely he'll get killed.
I dug up a oh no, I'm thinking of a different game, sorry. I was about to say it's inspired by Excite Bike, but that's a whole other game I'm thinking about. I suppose it's kind of in that vein.
Well, I'm intrigued.
No, just for the most information you find about this game is from obscure blog posts from back in the day. And then the further down the Google search results you go, you end up finding like Play Store games that no one's ever heard of. So it's quite niche, this game.
I think these should be an understatement. Given its art style as well, it's certainly unique in that regard, that's for damn sure. The other thing is as well is that one thing that I definitely would say would have helped is to have like which one you are, because at the moment, like, obviously it's easy to tell when you're all on the start line, but then when you're all moving at the same time, an arrow or something that says like player 1 is this, I think would definitely come in useful.
They were banking on you knowing which colour you were.
It's like, you're that colour, am I? How do I know? The game's just like, I'll let you figure that out.
I imagine it's worse if you've got all 8 players, like actual real life players.
Yeah. You're like, who died? I don't know. Someone.
That's half the fun,
I can
isn't it?
imagine. I can see it being a lot of fun though. This because, I mean, granted, it's fairly basic in what it tries to do, but at the same time, like you said, if you were playing this without doing anything, like there was nothing like meteorize or anything like that, I do think very much that you would have the problem of, well, like just it being a case of, oh, okay, there's a little bit of stuff going on, but there's not too much going on. Whereas the meteors are like RNG factor scale, just at like 110%.
There are other modes that this game has. I've never had 7 other people to try and test this with, but apparently there's like an infected star mode. There's a tag hot potato star mode. There's a VIP mode. There's a bunch, like 6 different game modes you can do. So it really just lends itself to trying to create that kind of chaos.
Also, there's the Konami stuff.
Yeah.
There.
Now we're getting into the heavy
Can't
Konami
miss it
stuff. Home stretch where the track's real wide open, and it makes it real difficult to try and trap anybody in the path of a meteorite.
It's like Konami really wanted to show that they were the people that helped with this game at some point.
Yes.
You say it's a bit hard because of with what's happened, but it seems like things have.
I've gotten quite lucky that half the field's decided to walk themselves into meteors.
Like that.
Like that. Or I mean, if everyone else goes, I can go faster too. I should check the leaderboard. I'll just have a look on the stream in front of me.
You're currently on around 20 minutes, so.
Well, yeah, we're probably looking at about 22. I mean, as I said before, if we're looking at about 90 seconds every race. And we've had a couple time-saving rounds and a couple real long ones, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
It'd be pretty good if they all just clattered into one another.
That's
like, whoops.
that's when the best runs get going.
Oh, there's a fair few cars that have gone at this point. I think there's not many left. Getting pretty close. So is time coming up when they all are destroyed, I guess it is?
Yep, so the race can end faster when they're all destroyed.
Okay. You're just hoping one of them gets destroyed and you're like, come on!
My test runs weren't this bad. My test runs literally were not this bad for some of these rounds.
Whoa.
That's the thing about games of RNG. You drill them as much as you can, and then right as you need to perform, it doesn't work in your favour. I've seen it plenty of times with other guys.
There we go. So I think this is the last one now, isn't it?
This is the last one.
Do you think that this would be more like the destruction race, given you know how cramped the track is, like how much shorter it is?
I've gotten away with trapping a couple of times, but it hasn't helped that it's gone and spawned like 2 F1 cars, so they're all miles ahead of me and I can't get in front of them to block them.
Getting a lot more lucky here. The game's not giving up. You're like, I'm definitely not giving up. The game's just like, I'll make you try and give up.
Sorry about it.
Who's left?
And from the moment it goes to whiteout and we see the leaderboard screen, that'd be about where the run ends. Now it's just a case of whether or not it's valid. Should be. Yeah, I'll take it. And that's the end.
Getting that. Whoop, GG. All done.
It took a lot longer than I wanted.
23:17 we've roughly got.
That took a lot longer than I wanted.
Yeah, well, 23:17 and the 35-minute estimate, that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I'd say.
I mean,
against the estimate, of course.
Yeah, I was just worried I'd have to over-explain myself. That's all.
Like you said.
I would have probably done a 30-minute estimate.
It's a WiiWare game. It is very much a WiiWare game. It's the power of the Wii. Yeah. Let's just go. Actually, just kind of quickly mention something, Evers, which is so like you said, this is a WiiWare game. It's a case of I presume you can pick it up via methods. I'm not going to say what, but I presume you can pick this up via methods.
I'm almost certain it's available via methods.
But the main thing I was actually just going to ask was the fact that where can people find you?
Where can people find me? I stream very infrequently, but if you've got any questions about the game, how to set it up, what the run's like, etc., you can find me on Discord. So it's Evers EVAHS _ for the Twitch, and then 2 underscores for Discord.
No problem. About Twitch channel, same thing?
Yeah.
Exactly the same for the Twitch channel?
Yeah. Just pretty much.
No problemo. Right, well, on that note, we'll head over to an intermission. Thank you very much, Evers, for showing off this game. It is very much one of them where never been shown before. I think I definitely think we've definitely not had this before at McRaeathon, and yeah, it was good to have it in, especially with all the destruction. So it's all good. What else are we going to mention? Yeah, just to kind of mention as well, just what's got Evers here as well, that as we mentioned earlier on, or we tried to mention in the earlier on in the stream, we do have a few problems with donations at this current moment, which we are trying to get them fixed. So don't worry, donations are still coming through. If you want to donate, you can do. We'll get around to reading donations as and when we can. Yeah, you can find it down if you type !donate. You can find it there. Same with the schedule. You can see what great runs are coming up today and tomorrow, of course. But for now, we're going to head back into a intermission, and when we come back, we have Gran Turismo 7 by Thrasher. So yeah.